This is a part of the Kotel. This is the only place in the world where you can hug a stone from the Kotel. And actually, when we come to pray at the Kotel, we're not praying to the Kotel. We are praying as close as we can to the Holy of Holies, to Kodesh HaKodashim, to Bet HaMikdash.
חיה ישבה בדדה רבת ים, הייתה כאלמנה רבתי בגויים, שרתי במדינות, הייתה למס, בחור תבכה בלילה, ומטה ללחיה.
I never experienced like a Tisha B'Av like this, like you really feel it because you're at the spot right now where like you're realizing that like you really did lose the Beit HaMikdash, like you're witnessing it right now, like we look at the wall and it just hits you hard, like we don't have the Beit HaMikdash, and the experience here is like beyond anything I've ever experienced on Tisha B'Av.
The British have vanished, the Turks have vanished, the Greeks don't exist, the Romans don't exist, the Mamluks don't exist, the Umayyads don't exist, the Ahmadim don't exist. There's a whole list. They all have remains over here. There are castles, there are Umayyad castles here. We're still here. Why are we still here? Why are you still here? Because we have a tradition, we have emunah, and we're passing the tradition from generation to generation.
May 11th, 2004. Eitan Newman and Aviad Deri were my students in Chemdat. They learned on the same bench. They shared a table in the Bet HaMidrash together. They shared a room in the dormitory together. I met with him last 2 months before he was killed. Hi, Rabbi Shiloh, how are you? I'm well, let's go. The next phone call, not from him, but about him, was that day. They defended the border between Egypt and Gaza. There were 6 soldiers in the same BTR, an RPG, which is anti-tank missile, hit the BTR, and for 2 days, 300 soldiers, 280 soldiers were looking for pieces of their bodies in order to bury a piece, something. I came to the house to tell the mother what happened together with a team. I wish you will never know and have to do that mission. I remember Chief of Staff standing here in front of the grave, Eitan's father shaking his hand. And I cannot forget him saying, Chief of Staff, we love you. We love you. And gave him a hug. It's a challenge, serving the IDF, a lot of problems, kashrut, and girls, and Shabbat, and mitzvot. I can tell you, I don't know if I knew someone who was tzaddik more than this guy.
2 days ago we went on a morning hike, and I didn't think I was able to, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. It was a very hard hike, and I didn't think I was going to be strong enough to even make it. But I ended up being one of the first people to finish, and I really thought that it all depends on your determination to get it done.
At the start of the trip, I would think like packing the buses. I would usually just go on the bus, get my seat, sit down, relax. But as the trip went on, I started to see myself volunteering more, and I was usually one of the first ones to start throwing the bags under the bus.
I'm very happy to have you here. I understood you are the future leadership of your community. The Knesset is a very interesting place. I encourage you to speak out and be brave and be involved. That is the major. I see you can be involved and you can be somebody who's complaining. And that is the game. If you want to be involved, you can be involved in many ways. By making aliyah, by being active in your community, by building your involvement, but you have to be involved. Or you can complain. And another issue that don't be afraid to fail.
We spoke a lot about Gilad Shalit. We started our bike ride on the second day from his house. Meir Indo is a colonel reserve in the IDF. Most of the time, one voice in the issue of Gilad Shalit, which we all care about. There is another angle, another approach that it's harder to hear, it's less common, but we have to hear it in order to be able to face that serious issue and have the entire picture.
So you will say, what about Gilad Shalit? And we are saying, what about the future people who might be killed because of that? Pidyon Shvuim is important. You don't do it more from what you have to pay. Otherwise, it will bring more and more kidnapping. 25 years ago, when we did the deal, 3 soldiers came back home, and many other mothers became imaot shakulot.
אשר ברך אחד מאלוהיך לא תעשום ככל אשר אנחנו עושים פה היום.
All the Gedolim and the Chachamim that, according of course with Sfaradim, but not only the Sfaradim, they had dealt with the Chochmot, they learned it, they were philosophers, they were doctors, they were professors, they were, you name it.
You have to focus only the Torah. Only the Torah.
My grandfather was Rosh Yeshiva. He opened the yeshiva in 5 in the evening, because all the day he was working, everyone was working. My father went from 5 at the evening till 11 o'clock, and he learned all the Shas this way.
We have to believe Torah will protect us not less than the army. If someone wants to study serious all the day, and it's not less important than the soldier in the border.
Forget about pilpulim, forget about arguments with Haredim, forget about everything. Common sense, we're going to protect our country, we're going to protect ourselves.
I feel that it was very interesting how they both presented their sides and how they gave us the opportunity to choose which side we're a part of.
בוקר טוב צוות 11! בוקר טוב מבקר! תורה! אחד! שתיים! שלוש! הולה! תן לי גול ביט! 9! הולה! הולה! 10! 9! 8! 5! 4! 3! 2! 1! הישב המפקדת!
I told you would always count on me, girl.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far, don't worry.
We don't get plates or forks or napkins, so we use the bread as plate, a fork, a napkin, and food.
My feet were too separated, 15 push-ups. I moved, 15 push-ups. I sneezed, 15 push-ups.
In a room of 19, everyone is sweating and there's bugs everywhere, but we got through it.
Scabs and cuts everywhere from crawling and from running, rocks everywhere. Oh, I got some bee bites, stings up here.
We learned all to be united. We're all as one now. Everything we do as one. Whenever someone has food, we all share the food together.
All my life I've been waiting for, I'll be paying for.